Hey there, welcome back to the channel and another overdue video. Sun's in my eyes. So today we're building an outdoor cooking area, which is part of a broader thing that I want to do, which is an outdoor kitchen. So let's get straight to it. So I've gone ahead and marked out what it's going to be like. I haven't done a drawing, but basically that section there is going to be a work surface. This one here is going to be where the fire is going to go into, and my pots and what have you will go on there, so the cooking area. Then that will be another bit of a work surface there, and then you can see I've got a sink, so the sink is going to go into that part of it. I've gone ahead, I've squared, I've marked, so now we're going to go start building. So looks like I'm going to be involved for child labor, but I've got my two assistants with me. Say hi, guys.
Hello. Hello.
So they are busy mixing up the cement, and it's all part of getting them stronger and making boys that turn into men who can do stuff with their hands. It's all about our lifestyle that we like to live, and it's a very, very outdoor lifestyle. So we're going to mix that up and then we start building. I've got the first course done. Must say it took much longer than I expected it would. In theory it's easier, and if you're a bricklayer, if you looked closer, you'd see that bricklaying is probably not one of the things I do best. Nevertheless, it looks squarish and levelish, so let's go on with it. I've gone up several more courses now, as you can see, but I must tell you that I'm not going to be the envy of any builders, but it's going. I think I'm going to go one more course there before I pour the slab on that. It's going to be a small slab, that's where the fire will be, but everything's level, so I'm glad about that. But okay, so we carry on and let's see how it goes. We're now at the stage where we're ready to pour the small slab that's where the fire is going to be. So the small slab for the fire, it's looking good. You can see I've just got the sink fitted in there. It's going to be more or less in that area there. So we've got it all leveled out, and then we're going to pour the concrete in and put in some mesh to hold it up, and then we level it out and let it dry, and we continue with the rest of it. So we're just going to pour the concrete in. We're going to put mesh on top of it, and then we're going to let it dry. I'm excited. It's starting to look good. The boys are on school holiday. Well, it's a weekend anyways. Doesn't really matter. Just trying to check out the air bubbles. Okay. Everything's level, so we're going to let that dry. In the meantime, we're bringing in the sand for the other sides, but that's not going to be done now. I'm going to go 2 more courses on top of that, and then once that is dry, we'll put 2 courses on top of that, and then we'll do the sides there. So looking good. When I pull the form off, you can see it broke a bit there, but it's not too much of an issue. When I do the tops, I can fill that up. So another course there, 2 courses of brick there, and then I'm good to start making the form for the top. If you're wondering about the rebar there, it's because I didn't mesh this one into that brickwork. I wanted the front of it all to look uniform in one line, even though I'm going to plaster it. A little bit of OCD, I think. Maybe I forgot. So the rebar is going to go across there just to strengthen it up. I don't really need it, but I've got the rebar pieces, so I might as well make use of it. Finally, all building work is complete. That's the fire area. It's the sink area. And it's all pretty levelish, I must say. It's not tad bit off, but it's really so small. I'm not too concerned about it. I can fix it up when I'm doing the countertops. So the next step now is for me to make the forms for the countertops, which I'm going to do. And this one is not forgiving at all, like the brickwork, because if it's not level, it's not level, and you're going to see it. So I'm going to do that, and when I've made the forms up, I'll come back. We've got some model support. So what I'm doing is I've put these, I'm calling them wall bands, just screwing them into the mortar, and it's holding up the framework for the countertop. So fortunately it's working out quite nicely. And that's holding it quite strong. And this is ordinary chipboard screws, and they're working quite well. So and it's strong enough. I've got the form done. It's taken a greater part of the day to get it all made up. I'm using weld mesh as reinforcing. So I'm going to pour with the sink in place. Freaking hard it does. So almost there. And then I'll fix that little bit up there that's damaged. I'll fix it up while I'm at it. So let's go with the pour. There you have it. We've poured. It's leveled out more or less. We're just filling in all the holes. One of the issues that I had was there were lots of roots in the sand and I didn't have a sieve. So that's caused a little bit of a problem. So we're going through and pulling out little roots. I've got Arish tapping there just to get rid of the air bubbles. Sink is in. Gonna have a light coming through there. So I'm going to float when it dries up a little bit more. But it's looking good. So at this stage, if you could hit the like, share and subscribe, you will definitely be helping my channel grow, and I need that. Thank you for that if you have already subscribed. Here we have it. I've floated it with a rubber float. Tomorrow I'll come back and float it with a steel float, and maybe I'll just leave it and polish it. That's probably what I will do. But it's all poured. I'm gonna call that a good build. I'm really pleased with how it turned out, especially that I'm not a builder. And the beauty about all of my builds, or what I try to do, is use stuff that we have lying around. So the bricks we've had from building work that we're doing, the sand, the stone, basically all it's cost me with this build is 2 bags of cement, and for the timber, for the forms, the sink I've had, everything else I've had. So really I'm quite pleased that, you know, it was just some elbow grease. So I'm gonna call that a good build. Let's leave it here. We'll call this a part 1. I'll do a part 2 when it's all polished up and I've plastered the sides and neatened up the build area, and when we have the fire going. So let me just show you quickly here what's going to happen. Is I'm going to cut out in there and in there, and I've got that stainless steel 30 square tube that's going to run across, and then those grids are going to sit. So there's going to be one there and one there, and the grids are going to sit on top, and then the fire is going to go there, and I'm going to do my magic right there. So thank you for watching. I'm really happy with this build and the way it turned out, and I look forward to seeing you in part 2. From me, I'm out.